and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Hannah Hall and I'm a makeup artist for the everyday woman. So today is all about getting that lovely glow from within, that lovely glass-like skin, and it's all about the prepping and the priming and choosing specific products that are going to be placed in certain areas that actually give you that gorgeous glow and as if you're not wearing makeup, especially close up, because it is for the everyday woman. We're not on Instagram, we're not on socials, we're not on television, we're out there in everyday life and we want people to look at us and go, oh, she looks gorgeous and lovely and glowy. So stick with me and I'll show you how we do it. So let's get started. So just so you know, I've already done my eye makeup just for the sake of the video, just to bring it together that little bit quicker. But I have nothing on my face. So to start with, it's always about skin prep. To get that lovely glow from within, you have to start with good skin prep. So whether you're exfoliating a couple of times a week, I would really recommend that. But also a nice cleansing balm is really good. I'm using the Neal's Yard one today. I've been road testing this one. I love the smell of it. Smells like a spa. It's absolutely gorgeous and it's actually yellow in colour. But it's really, really hydrating, lovely and moisturising. And you just massage this over the skin. I also love the Yves L'Homme one. There's a few, and the Elemis as well, actually. Quite a few, but the Yves L'Homme one has little particles in, so it almost exfoliates and cleanses at the same time. So I will put a link for that one below as well. But this one is just gorgeous because it really does clean the skin. Then you just go in with a nice damp cloth and then just clean that off. So your skin is ready for anything to then be applied. So next I would suggest a nice elixir, just to spray over the face. It's almost like a toner, I suppose, but this is a great little tool actually, just to pep your makeup up throughout the day as well. Again, it smells like a spa. It's absolutely gorgeous. This has been my go-to for a long time. I actually call it the menopausal spray, only because it's always in my handbag and I just get it out and it seems to almost cool me down and freshen everything up. So so I would definitely recommend that as well. And then going in with a lovely moisturiser. This one has been my go-to for a long time. It's the Embryolisse. It's perfect as sort of to prime the skin as well. But it's, I mean, obviously I'm at the end. I do need another. But it is really, really lovely. Really super hydrating. It's quite a thick cream and you can actually apply this and almost like apply it like a mask and then allow it to soak into your skin throughout the night. If you're particularly dry, you wake up in the morning and you're fully rehydrated. So it's really, really beautiful, a beautiful cream, and it's not expensive as well. It's a French cream, but I've had it in my professional makeup kit for absolutely years, and it has been my go-to. But you can see that that just gives such a lovely base. The skin feels ready for any makeup to then be applied and it's starting to give that lovely glow. So still on the prep section, I would then suggest a nice illuminating primer, but just on the high points of the skin. So I actually have two illuminating primers here. One's a Laura Mercier and one is a number 17. I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other side so you can see the difference. But obviously there's a price difference. This is the budget and this is more high end, but at least we can see both. First of all is the Laura Mercier primer. Now, you can see that it just gives a little bit of warmth to the skin, but it's just lovely. And I think sometimes it's quite nice to put like a highlighting primer underneath your makeup rather than on top, because sometimes it can just shout back. Whereas this is just lovely because it just gives that glow. And then when you've got then a little bit of foundation on top, it looks like you're glowing from within rather than everything sort of sitting on top. So it just gives that illusion. But that worn on its own is actually really lovely. It's beautiful. And then going in with the number 17 one on this side. So not dissimilar, very, very similar in fact. And then just applying it, and again, in the high points, the brow bone and the side, up here. You can also pop a little bit down the bridge of the nose as well. So there we go, starting to really getting that glass-like skin that we're all after, and looking really illuminated and hydrated, which I think is really tricky, especially as we get older. Certainly my skin has really changed over the years, so I've had to adjust just to sort of get the products really working for me. We want these products to work hard because they're expensive, so you know, they can't just be in our kit and cost us a fortune. We want them to work hard for us. So next is your foundation. Now, my foundation, I'm finding that is far too light because I've come back with a little bit of tan, and you may find this as well. This one is the new one out from number 7. You can see quite a runny product. It's actually falling off my hand, so I have to keep it flat. But it's too light for me at the moment. So what I'm going to do is add in some bronzing drops. Now, the bronzing drops are great because they just add that little bit of warmth to your foundation, and you haven't then got to invest in yet another foundation. You can stick with your regular one, but just add some bronzing drops. And there's some great ones on the market. Again, you've got high end and you've also got budget, of which I will put some links for you so that you're not alone when you're shopping. So I'm going to use 2 tools today. I'm going to use a brush and a sponge. So I'll use the sponge this side and a brush this side, just so we can see the two, and it's just down to personal preference. So starting off with the brush, just patting it into the foundation and then just patting it onto the face. Now, the foundation I've chosen is really lovely and light. It's not a thick foundation at all. I've obviously mixed it with the bronzing drops as well. So I'm going over the ears, I'm going down the neck. I want to sort of bring the whole look together. You can see there you're getting that lovely glow that's just, you know, it's nothing too heavy. It's really light. It just looks like your skin. And that's the thing, you know, what we're trying to do is create makeup that just enhances our features, that doesn't sit in the lines and the creases. And also, I think, you know, you've got to consider that we're not on television, we're not on Instagram or you know, sort of the socials. It's out there in everyday life, and that's what this channel's all about. It's about real women, real people wanting to look just that little bit more polished and that little bit more put together, and I think that does that beautifully. So I'm going to go on the other side with a sponge. Now, I've filled this with water, so it's damp to the touch. It's not soaking, it's been wrung out. So the excess water's been wrung out, but it's actually filled with water, and it's going to give that little bit of a lighter touch. Not adding any more foundation to my hand, that was plenty. And all I'm going to do is pat it onto the skin. I'm not dragging it across, I'm just patting it, stippling it into the skin. Again, going over my ears and down my neck, just marrying it all together. And you can see that it just gives a lovely coverage as well. So you've got the choice of a brush that side and a sponge that side. So personal preference. If you feel when you look, so if I look down, you can see that I might need a little bit of extra concealer. I'd suggest a nice serum concealer. So you've got different ones on the market. Again, the links will be attached. But this one is just, all I'm doing, if I look down, you can see that there, I'm just almost reflecting the light up, and I just want to go in that, get quite dark in the center there as well. And again, just going in with the sponge and just patting that in. It just eliminates it straight away. Go in with your brush on the other side and just pat that in. And also just use your finger if you want to really sort of get it into those corners. So I'm starting to feel like I'm getting my tan back. I'm starting to get that lovely glow. And now I just want to add just that little bit of blusher. So you've got choices again on the type of blusher that you want to use. I'm going to use this one, which is by Studio 10. And really like this one. It's really gorgeous, lovely with a tan. I'll use it with the brush side. So just pat it on. Just gives that nice healthy glow to the skin. And then the other side, I'm just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. So I'm going in with this has got slightly more pigment. So that's softer and this has just got that little bit more pigment to it. And just applying it with a sponge. Again, I'm just patting it into the skin. It just gives that lovely hydrated look to the skin. Rather than applying a highlighter on top, it just sort of, because it's applied underneath the foundation, it sort of glows through. Because the foundation's nice and light, it's more of a skin tint, that then everything just looks like you are glowing from within, which is the aim, So next I'm going to go in with the Ambient Powder. I am actually using a different brush for this because it's a nice dry brush for the powder. And just swirl it in and then tap off the excess and then just patting it around the nose area because I want to look glowy, but I don't want to look sweaty. But this isn't a mattifying powder in any way. It's just a lovely sort of lit from within powder, and that's how it advertises itself actually. It is by Hourglass. It is a bit of an investment, but honestly, once you've got something like this in your kit, you'll have it in your kit for years. And because they're powders, they don't go off, so it's perfect. And then you've also got a highlighter and a bronzer there as well that you could sort of go over. So if I just sort of swirl a little bit of the bronzer just over the top, again, I'm not mattifying, I'm just glowing. Really, really beautiful. And then a little bit of highlighter. Can you see where I crease? I don't want to pop it right up under the eye, I want it just that little bit lower. Next, just add a little bit of lip balm, just to moisturize the lips, and then finishing off with a lovely setting spray. This one is by Charlotte Tilbury. Just sets everything in place, but also gives that gorgeous glow as well. So that is really, really beautiful. And again, if you wanted anything in your handbag just to take around, you can actually spray the Cordelia spray as well, because that's a lovely elixir that will pep everything up as well. So you'll look lovely and glowy throughout the day. So that's how you get that lovely glow from within. I think you'll agree that the skin just looks really hydrated, and it is all about the skin prep, and then start to illuminate the skin from beneath the foundation. That's what I'd suggest, rather than popping it on top. And then just adding like small amounts of products, but something nice and light, and you're just going to look lovely, gorgeous and glowy. So I do hope this has helped, and if it has, please remember to like and subscribe. I do read all your comments, and I'm always really grateful for any feedback. And if there's anything you'd like me to cover, please do pop it in the comments, because we can navigate this beauty world together. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.